so obsessed with things that are so unimportant, like physical and cosmetic surgery, and and I hate it because I have a kid that's growing up, and I wouldn't want her to obsess over things like that.
Interesting. How many hours a day she studies?
How many hours a day do you study?
Well, it depends. Whenever when I was doing my work on my mom's computer when I was homeschooled, it depended on the day, or how much work I had to do. Like if I haven't done homework for like a whole 2 days, I would have to do a lot of work. So it will be a lot of hours. So
I would say probably like 5 hours a day. I mean, she reads a lot. She likes to read. She loves books. She loves books. She likes to read. So to her, like I'll find her in the iPad 1 minute, and then another minute she's reading a book. We're in the car, she's reading a whole book. And then, so it just varies. It's like
a teen book, a big kid book, like a really long Harry Potter book.
Awesome. So, Hayleigh, talking about books, which book you like the most so far?
Well,
at your young age, you're 9 years old. Imagine, that's not a lot.
Well, I have 2 favorite books: The Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I just like it because it's really funny and it has like stick people and stuff like that. But I also like the Guinness World Records book because it's so cool how there's so many people, and that it's like showing you people can accomplish anything. And like people could swallow swords or do acrobatics and stuff like that. Some people think, some people can't do a lot of things. They can't do acrobatics and stuff like that. But in the Guinness World Records book, it proves to you, oh, hey, look, someone swallowed a sword. They'll be like, oh, wow. So the Guinness World Records book, and yeah.
So out of the Guinness book, what's the record that that has mesmerized? I said, oh my God, what's the one that you recall the most, like astonishing, amazing, strange, something that really caught your attention?
Wasn't the lady with the piercing, remember?
Oh,
How many piercings she had?
She had 7,000 piercings.
Oh my God.
All over her body, her face, her body, her arms, her legs, her tummy, everywhere.
Oh my God.
And there was also a one called the vampire lady. So she wasn't born a vampire. She just got a lot of surgery and tattoos and piercings. So she did a really, really, really hurtful surgery where it took out her teeth and gave her new ones.
Wow.
They yanked out her adult teeth for fake vampire teeth.
What's your goal in life?
My goal in life is to be the best person I could be and make a lot of money.
Meaning, be the best person. What do you mean by that?
I mean being the best person I could be. I mean trying to work hard every day and doing work and helping my mama out with my brother and helping my dad and my mom and everyone in my family. That's what I mean by being the best person I could be, or helping with dinner or breakfast or lunch or whatever it is. I just want to help with it or try and do it, or I don't know, but I just want to be the best person I could be.
And have a lot of money, you said.
Yeah.
And if you get lots of money, what would you do with it?
Well, I would buy a really big house. Then I would do a charity to give to homeless people.
That's interesting. So, kind of in the same area, if you could be the most powerful person in the world, what is the first thing that you would do? The most powerful. You have all the powers.
So I would change poverty, because, as I explained earlier, it's sad how there are parents that have to work a whole bunch and not get to have any time with their family. So it's sad they have to work like 5 to 6 jobs, and they don't get to have any fun or do anything. They don't get to go on vacation. They don't get to spend time with their family. They don't get to do any of that stuff. It's sad. It's heartbreaking.
Right.
And the second thing I would do is take Trump out from office, because it's really sad that that he's keeping little kids in a detention facility, and it's like, but why are you doing that? Just because they're not from this country doesn't mean that you have the right to do that, to send them back to their homes. I mean, like, if I were one of those kids, I would be flipping out, because I can't survive even an hour without my mom. So
Imagine that, and it's a very sad situation. Now, which is the person that you admire the most at this point?
a person who I admire most, I admire my mom, because she's always working hard every day to give me, my brother, and my dad a lot of things, like going on vacation, giving us food, cooking. She does everything. And my dad, he's the support guy. My mom is the manager, he's the support guy. My brother is the little rooter, and I'm the actor. I'm the star.
Now, in your profession, as in the modeling profession, which is the person that you admire the most, or that is your role model?
So I admire, for fashion, I admire Coco Chanel, because she was different. She wasn't like everyone else. Back in the days, all the girls wore pretty pink poofy dresses with parasols and fans and stuff. She didn't want to. She was the one who invented the little black dress. She was the one who invented the cardigan. She was the one who invented the crop top. She invented all those things that we wear today. She made us different.
That's awesome. It's actually right. So you read about her, correct?
I have a book about her. And in the acting, I like Zendaya, because she speaks up for the little ones. She speaks up for the ones who don't have a voice, like immigrants, people who aren't from here. She speaks up for them. She says it's not okay to just throw them away into detention facility to take them back to their country. I mean, like, they're happy here. They get to go to school. They get to have a life that they didn't have back in their country.
That's very interesting. Now, when you are designing, what's your inspiration, the process in your mind? What's first, what's second?
Well, I could just look outside, and there's a lot of trees where I live, so I would just look at the trees and say, hey, I can make a heart like that on a dress, or I can make a little green heart patch on some shorts. Or I would look up at the clouds and say, oh, hey, that heart looks like a cake. Maybe I'll just put a cake here and make it like a little cake dress.
Right, but fashion is not only the design or the look, but also the texture, correct?
Yeah, the texture. Like, for Christmas, I got a texture book. And it had a lot of textures and designs and stuff. So I have 2 American Girl dolls. So my mom was like, hey, maybe you could use these fabrics to make dresses. You could sketch them in your sketchbook and then design them with your sewing machine. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So I'd work hard, I sew, I do stuff like that. And then I try it on my dolls, and it fits perfectly. And then me and my dolls could match. Like, I have this jacket, and I designed it for my doll, and she has one too. So now me and her can match.
Interesting. So your designs are at this point for your dolls, or you are already designing a line of clothing and you have a brand or something like that?
That's what's to come. So she did that. She did a line with Target for art class when art class launched. So she was part of that, and now if she wants to be a designer for real, that's something that we'll pursue. So that's basically the goal. If she wants to be a designer, we'll push for that.
Hayleigh, if I give you a billboard in the most important street or freeway in the city, which message would you put on it for the people to see?
So I would put a big picture of me because I always wanted a picture of me on a really big billboard in the most transit city. So if I would put a caption, self-love, because there's a lot of people in this world that don't love themselves. They put makeup because they think their natural look doesn't look beautiful, or they get plastic surgery because they think they're too fat or something, because they don't know that they're perfect the way they are. Like my mom, for example, she doesn't wear no makeup because she thinks she's beautiful just the way she is. She thinks that her natural look is perfect, and it is.
So you put a picture of yourself and you write a quote that says self-love.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. That's so wise, because one of the issues that we have is that we don't love ourselves. So if we don't love ourselves, first, we are not going to be able to love someone because we don't know what love is,
Yeah, you don't know you don't know what it is because you don't love yourself. You don't feel the, oh my God, I look so pretty in this, or I look so pretty as myself. They don't think that. They think, oh, I look ugly the way I am. I look really ugly. I'm going to get plastic surgery. I'm going to put on makeup.
Yeah. Well, do you have a sense of what racism is?
Yes. It means like if someone said, oh, hey, I don't like you because you're dark skinned. Get out of my house. Or like, oh, you're just so mean. I don't like you because you're dark skinned or light skinned or whatever. Even though you haven't even met that person before, you don't know if they're nice or not. They just base them on the skin color and stuff.
So you've seen racism? You have experience with it?
Well, no, but I have seen people on TV, like, they're like, well, no one likes you because you're black, or no one likes you because you're white and stuff. Like, but you don't know that because you haven't even known them before. Like, there could be people out there that some people are mean and rude, but just because they're like that doesn't mean that the other person is like that.
Interesting. So you want to say something?
Yes, and hey, you see her answers. We didn't rehearse any of this. So this is what I mean. Like, every day I learn from her because, like, we speak about things that go on everyday life because she lives in this world. She needs to know what goes on. I'm not going to walk her blindfolded. Everything is happy and cloud, She needs to know the real issues. And we discuss this. We talk about this. We talk about racism. We talk about, she's in this industry. She gets judged all the time, even when she walks in the door. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want her to know you are not the problem. They are. So I want, we speak, her dad, I speak with her about it. We speak about everyday issues that goes on in this world so she can be aware how to defend herself and how to carry herself. And again, like I said, this was not rehearsed at all. This is something that comes up from the top of her head. Like, I sit here and I'm like astonished.
Yeah, actually, I was also looking at you and said, oh my goodness. But she says it with such a pure intention. It comes from the soul. There's no malice, anything in it. And I love it and I appreciate it. Do you have a sense, I'm just going to drop this question. Do you have a sense what soul is, the soul?
I don't know what soul is, but... Oh, do you mean like the soul?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do know what soul is. I do have a sense of soul. I just think it's like sad how there's other people